Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gashi's Kaiman TV. I've always opined in this channel that if there is somebody who is going to determine the 2027 general elections, it is none other than the truthful man of God, Rigathi Gashagua, the man from Wamunyoro. If there is somebody who is actually determining the direction of the politics of this nation, it is Rigathi Gashagua. Previously, we used to have Raila Odinga actually determining the discussion every day. But now, the attention has shifted to Rigathi Gashagua. Ladies and gentlemen, Gashagua is making the whole regime to shake. The relentless Gashagua is one person who is giving William Samoei Ruto a nightmare. The unbold man from Nyeri, who was supposed to be forgotten 2 weeks after his impeachment, but it never happened. Ladies and gentlemen, what are you saying here? If you are joining this channel for the first time and you have never subscribed, please subscribe. For our viewers, I request you one thing at this juncture: like the video. Ladies and gentlemen, a phone call from Rigathi Gashagua electrifies the crowd. The crowd turn wild. The crowd turns thunderous. Cheers. Just a phone call. It happened yesterday in Malava when Cleophas Malala called Rigathi Gashagua when he was in Bere, and the whole crowd erupted. The youth were very, very happy. So who is this other person who can call people, who can call voters, who can call people in a gathering and people start cheering? Who is this other person? Can William Samoei Ruto do that? Never. Can Kithure Kindiki do that? Never. Tell me, who has been doing this? I think the other person who was using this strategy is Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But now when you look at Rigathi Gachagua, the results are actually shocking. Number two, Gachagua just visits the town and he overturns the village upside down. The town explodes. Gashagua just needed to visit Bere, camp in Bere, and people like Farouk Kibet had to run away. When you look at what is happening in Bere, it tells you that Rigathi Gachagua is no pushover. It tells you that his presence is being felt everywhere. Everywhere, in villages, in homesteads, everybody is talking about Rigathi Gachagua. Before he went to Bere, nobody was talking about it. But now, everything is about Rigathi Gachagua. When you see him walking with that long stick in the morning walk, the whole village starts talking about Rigathi Gachagua. Tell me, if there is any other person in this country who can actually camp in a village and the whole village start talking about that person and the whole country shift to that country or to that constituency. In fact, previously, many people did not even know that there was a constituency called Bere. But the moment Rigathi Gachagua landed there, everything turned upside down. Now, look at Rigathi Gachagua. His voice alone rattles William Samoei Ruto's men. His voice alone shakes the whole government. His thunderous voice has actually sent many people packing. When you look at Rigathi Gachagua, you realize that many people from the larger Mount Kenya, Nakuru, Laikipia, Nyandarua, Kiambu, Kirinyaga, Embu, Meru, Bere, everywhere, including Nairobi, you realize that many of these leaders do not talk. They don't talk because of Rigathi Gachagua. Some of them do not even know where to go. Some of them do not even know how to join Rigathi Gachagua or how to support William Samoei Ruto. Now, Rigathi Gachagua is a one-man army that has actually vanquished UDA from Mount Kenya region. One-man army has destroyed a whole party. A national party is now on its deathbed. A national party is now trying to revive itself. It cannot be able to do anything. Even William Samoei Ruto is not even sure whether he's going to contest using UDA. He's planning to contest using ODM Kenya simply because of one man, Rigathi Gashagua. When you look at him, this is one man who is shaking the whole government. He speaks and the whole government trembles. He speaks and everybody starts talking about him. Anyone who is seen at Wamunyoro is actually the center of focus. When you look at Wamunyoro is a place that many people do not even recognize. In fact, for me, I did not know there's a place called Wamunyoro until Rigathi Gashagua turned the village into a political epicenter, into as a place where everybody would like to be associated with. Now, when you look at Rigathi Gashagua, this is somebody, when he's speaking in a fierce language, menacing, and you realize that the regime doesn't know even how to deal with him. I understand they banned the midnight oil, trying to discuss Rigathi Gashagua. I understand they sit on fireplaces, warming their bodies, shaking because of Rigathi Gashagua. I understand they follow him wherever he goes. And this is because they don't know what his next plan is. Look at Rigathi Gashagua. One man has actually decided to make Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka the president. One man has made Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka so popular that the current rating, the current pollsters are showing that Kalonzo Musyoka is the leading person, is the man to beat. That is the truth of the matter. Rigathi Gashagua has even managed to unite Matiang'i and Rigathi Gashagua and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Something that seemed that it was not possible. Look at the way he has actually been able even to actually send Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta kado. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, you know, he used to be seen as a kingpin, but now the reality on the ground, and you know, this is something that is contentious. Because many people will say, Sijui Uhuru is a kingpin of the mountain, Sijui what. But the reality on the ground is different. The reality on the ground is that this man who is still hearted, Roho ya Chuma, is the one who is calling the shots in the mountain. I want you to look at ODM. ODM is trying to say that anybody who associates with Rigathi Gachagua should not be supported. And this is the excuse that many ODM people are giving not to support Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. They are telling him that he should not associate himself with Rigathi Gachagua so that they can support him. Look at it. Who is this person who can leave about 6 or 7 million votes to go to ODM, to get the support of ODM? Who is this person? So when you look at Rigathi Gachagua, even his absence, even when he's not speaking, people start asking, what is happening to Rigathi Gachagua? Where is he? And when he left the country, remember there was a time he was in USA, when he was opening DCP offices in USA. The country was a bit calm, and the political temperatures were a bit low. So what we are saying here is that Rigathi Gachagua is a political wizard. Rigathi Gachagua is a political magician. Rigathi Gachagua is a man to watch. Rigathi Gachagua is the one who is going to decide who becomes the next president of the Republic of Kenya. Where Rigathi Gachagua will be, that is where the president will come from. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? What can you say about Rigathi Gachagua? Guys, enjoy your Saturday. This is Gashi's Kaiman. Till next time, bye-bye.